Roomtone Podcast is a show produced by us, three movie nerds shooting the shit while talking about shooting the shit.
Each episode builds upon the last, so we recommend starting at the beginning.
Now, let's make a movie.
Yesterday, Austin asked me to tell him his flaws, and he wasn't ready.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Number one flaw, you're too good.
No, number one flaw is you use too much salt.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I get that.
Yeah, I'm an infamous oversalter. It's really unfortunate, actually. And it kind of falls in line with basically my entire life because
that was your seasoning.
in
You can make me laugh, I guess.
Perfect.
In everything I do, I think that I'm being so helpful. And I often find myself an oaf or just, I don't know, a heavy-handed weirdo in some senses. And, I guess, so, if you come across me on the street and I'm doing something weird, just know that I'm, out there trying my best.
Can I ask, what weird things are you doing out in the street? What's going on? Are you leaving the apartment late at night? Like
no,
some sort of werewolf scenario?
Some sort of Samaritan
going
vigilante.
Vigilante, showing your nipples off to the crowd.
It's a full moon. I better go see if anyone needs my help.
I am the mooner.
That does sound like you.
Hi, do you like this rock?
I think it's just because you think you know what you're doing.
Yes.
I think you think this is what people do. They put salt in it because you're trying to be a person, but you're kind of just an amalgamation of squishy stuff.
Which aren't we all?
That's a sticker right there.
An amalgamation of squishy stuff.
Dude, make me that sticker. I would love that. Aren't we all, though?
Can I ask, how do you salt? Like, what are you just like getting the grinder in there or shaking it in there? What are you doing?
We have shake salt.
Have you ever thought about putting in your hand and kind of determine the amount based off that?
I have thought about doing that.
Yeah.
You have no idea how hard I've tried.
Well, and
to get him to stop.
And here's the thing. It's not that I don't know how much salt is going in.
It's just that you don't seem to care.
No, it's just that I don't know how much salt is needed. So it's like I see it going in and I'm like, oh, that's the perfect amount.
It's salt to taste means taste it.
Here's the thing, though. Here's what
you can always put more. You can't take it out.
Yes, this is true. But here's what every good cook should do is you salt every layer of the dish.
See, it's stupid shit like that.
That doesn't sound right. That sounds disgusting.
Watch any cooking video.
Well, then you're using too much.
It sounds like you're using way too much salt.
Here's the thing. Yeah. I'm using too much salt.
Yeah.
So when they say season every layer, so if you're making like a jambalaya or whatever, and you do like the aromatics, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then you throw in like the carrots and the potatoes, a little bit of salt and pepper. You throw in the meat, a little bit of salt and pepper. That's what they say to do, and that's what I do.
You just do too much.
I just do too much, and it builds up over time, and then by the time the dish is ready,
and then 30 seconds before it's over, he goes, ding, 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 ding.
And then I salt to taste.
Literally, so many meals have been ruined because of too much salt.
I've experienced that as of recent.
With him?
Not with him.
Damn it.
God.
That would have been so funny.
I was eating some food and I tasted it. It was like the saltiest thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Oh, no.
Like literally, I did not taste any of the meat. I just taste salt. And I wanted it. I didn't want to eat it, but I did. But
it burns.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
It takes over your whole mouth. It's awful.
Do you guys get heartburn often? Is that part of your...
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Not really.
There was a weird moment where I got heartburn for a hot minute.
Yeah?
Was it because of the salt?
I think it was... I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I salt too much.
You know what I recommend?
What?
Pepto-Bismol.
Gross. That's the grossest
no one
shit
cares about your fucking Pepto-Bismol.
So Maddie and I just got over COVID. Mm-hmm. Thank you, the airport. And for a stretch of time in there, I had heartburn for 3 days straight.
Really?
Yeah, it was bizarre. I told Maddie it felt like I had like a chunk of cotton candy like in my chest, just kind of like spreading and pervading. It was a very strange feeling.
Yeah.
But not a lot of fun. That lasted a while.
That sounds absolutely gross.
Yeah. Had a lot of Tums though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just like popping Tums one day.
It was great.
I was like, how many of those are you supposed to fucking eat, dude?
I don't think it's just like a base to calm down the acidity in your stomach.
I think it's literally just chalk.
Well, of course,
like flavored baking soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all of the instructions were in Spanish, so.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we bought them in Mexico.
Oh, nice.
I also drank an entire bottle of Mexican cough syrup.
Oh. So now you have a tapeworm or what?
Yeah. It just eats away all the bad stuff.
What do you guys want to talk about your trip at all, or is that?
Do you have specific questions?
Well, I guess what you did prior to getting sick.
We sat around a lot.
Really? But like in a good way, like you sat on the beach, or
yeah.
I mean,
all we did was sit around, which is nice.
Yeah. It was beautiful because it was like 85 every single day.
Yeah,
and like pretty humid. So, like, we were in our room, which was, like, heavily air-conditioned, which was rad. And then you walk outside, and it's like you just get, like, a wet blanket thrown at you.
Worst heat ever.
But you kind of get used to that, and then you end up, like, sitting by the pool and just, like, until, like, your body is, like, a sweaty mess.
Yeah.
And then we go into the pool, and it's like, it's always hot out there. They don't need to heat the pool, but it's like you literally just walk in, and it feels like bath water. And it's just like...
It was very nice water.
It was the most soothing, relaxing experience, was like just getting drenched in humidity sweat and then just walking into this like hot springs almost pool. That was the best.
That's interesting. So you're saying the pool is warm?
Yeah. Like how sometimes you get into a pool and you kind of have to like recoil because like the water is like a frigid cold.
Yeah.
It was basically the same temperature as the air.
It was like the exact same temperature as the air. It was so fucking relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was lovely. And the ocean was actually damn near the same.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
You saw whales or sharks? Shark whales.
Whale sharks.
Whale sharks.
The best of both worlds.
We did.
That was like the most stressful experience of my life.
Was it?
I would not recommend whale shark tours to anyone.
What happened?
Because they literally drive you out into the middle of the ocean, like an hour away from any sort of land. So you're like in the middle of the like rough ocean, and all of a sudden you come up to like 100 other boats with like 7 people on each boat, and everybody is trying to see the whale sharks.
Mm-hmm.
And basically you have like the guide who goes in with you. So 2 people go in at a time, and you have a guide, and it's like, okay, everybody get ready. We're going to like jump in, and then we're going to swim really fast, and then we're going to come back. And it's like, they basically just like scream at you the whole time. It was just very stressful. And like I have zero memory of seeing the whale sharks.
Really?
Yeah. I have no visual memory at all because I was so stressed out.
Oh my gosh.
So it was pretty unfortunate.
I felt pretty much the same way. I'm just glad I got a video of it because I feel like I blacked out in the water because everything's just happening so goddamn fast.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a giant animal. Like it's fucking huge, and it's like they're built for the water. Like they're
so much faster than you.
Yeah.
And there's people everywhere who are all trying to see it at the same time. And and it's wavy as fuck because you're in the middle of the ocean, so you try to like breathe out of your snorkel and you're dying because of the fucking salt water getting into your snorkel. It was just a mess.
And we met a cat.
Yeah.
There was
Can we tell him his name?
Of course. Yeah, it was this like little stray cat, and there was like dogs walking around all the beach and all this. But yeah, we met this little stray cat that was always hanging out at the resort that we were at, kind of walking up to people and begging for food. We had
a rocky start, but we became BFFs by the end of it.
It's true, but he was so cute.
Aww.
And Maddie, what did we name this cat?
Well, so it was Mexico, so there's no sort of care, I guess. I don't know.
The cat was
not
He was packing.
He was not altered.
He was as God made him.
Exactly.
He was walking around with full luggage.
Full luggage. And they were so full. Especially because, this cat was so skinny.
Yeah.
And he just had these massive fucking honkers on the back.
Oh, yeah.
So we decided to name him Big Balls Cat.
Nice.
Because obviously.
Yes.
But since, we
Mexico.
were in the spirit of Mexico, we decided to call him the Spanish version, which you can say perfectly.
Huevos Grandes Gato.
I love it.
Big Ball Cat.
Which half the time just got shortened to Huevos.
That's fair.
It's like, oh, Huevos, come here.
Come here, balls.
Yeah. Wait, do you have a video that shows off his big balls? I want to get your live reaction, Austin.
That's kind of a good picture.
Jesus.
They're really big balls.
Yeah, they are.
Packing some heat. And pause for room tone. My name's Austin Swain. I'm an animator and video production specialist in commercial advertising. And I don't have a fun fact today, although I did learn about something that a casting director can do. I was watching one of the behind the scenes bits from Stranger Things, and from the casting director, she brought up the idea of street casting. Or it's if you're out and about and you see someone that fits the part, maybe you just approach them and you see.
That's why you did what you did.
What did you do?
Yeah, so today I was at McDonald's. And at work, we're putting together a commercial with a pregnant lady in it. And I saw a pregnant lady walk into McDonald's.
So you went up to this woman. Oh, sorry. Tell your story.
No, you got it.
You went up to this woman.
It's exactly what you expect.
You got it.
Yo, you want to be on TV?
Do you think I should have said it like that?
You should have.
I bet that's exactly how you said it.
Did you
want to be a star?
Did you cast a pregnant woman?
She said that she'd be interested. I asked her to send in some pictures so I could run it by everyone else involved.
Send pictures of your tummy.
Yeah, if you want to be in the commercial, sweetheart, you gotta send me what you got.
Oh my God.
When you say it like that, you can get a long way with a business card and a button-up shirt.
That's valid.
So anyway, I know we're not at casting yet, but it might be an idea that we exercise for this movie.
Hey,
but it might be a good idea to just go to your local McDonald's and harass people.
You never know.
Maybe you guys will have a really good working relationship and she'll end up in our...
Yeah, maybe she'll be our Zoe.
Yeah. Our Zoe?
After she pops out the baby.
I feel like she would be a Nicole.
All right.
She sounds like a Nicole.
You know so much about her.
Burn pregnant lady at McDonald's.
Yeah, you fucking freak.
Who accepts just some random guy to say,
yeah,
hey, you want to be on camera?
Yeah.
We're looking for a pregnant lady.
Seriously. Serious red flag.
Yeah, we do not. I shouldn't trust her.
Oh my God.
So that's me.
Yeah. That's everything you need to know about Swain. My name is Maddie, and I don't do anything relating to any of this stuff.
That's why you're here, baby.
But I did just get COVID, and now I can't smell things, which is super weird.
That's so sad.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
I hope your scent comes back.
Me too. I know. Candles are my favorite thing on the planet, and if I can't smell them...
And I think it will come back. It just takes time.
Hopefully it'll come back, yeah.
Who
are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm you.
Who are you? Who do you think you are?
My name's Austin Rapezza. My name's Austin Rapezza. I'm an amateur filmmaker. And a fun fact about, not just about me, but about we. we are going to be on the Triple Falls podcast.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, when this episode airs, we will be recording.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's
yeah.
true. Would you like to give us a little bit of an explanation of what the Triple Falls podcast is for who isn't familiar?
So Triple Falls podcast is a local podcast here in Minnesota. They interview a wider range of artists. Some talk about like upcoming projects that they're producing. Some will talk about like events, like the owner of the Coffee Hag. She was talking about the art fair.
Yeah, I've seen all kinds of people on there. Like
Yeah.
painters, musicians, event coordinators.
A few of our friends from the show, few of the show friends. Never mind. I'm just not going to talk today.
A few friends of the show.
A few friends of the show were actually on there. Lucid Llama,
Yes.
Tim King.
With Dirty Laundry Records.
Yep. He was the one who helped us put together our audio setup and let
Yeah.
us use his studio.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun to kind of join those ranks.
Yeah.
We'll post more on our social media when we know more about like when our actual episode will be out and things like that. But yeah, check them out.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned and stay toned.
Stay toned. Get toned.
Ooh.
Yo, put your toner away. I saw him.
Put your toner away.
Dude, I can see your toner.
Dirty boy.
That's me.
Welcome to the Room Tone Podcast, where we make dick jokes and movies.
And love.
Ow, ow. Can I pitch you guys? In the shower today, I wrote a premise for the short film that we are creating.
We don't have a premise?
We don't have one that's like set in stone.
One that we can
Okay.
say in a general sense. We can repeat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
let's,
like a repeatable, agreed upon.
can I
Let's
ask,
hear it.
when you were writing, did you write like with the hair that's on the
Absolutely.
on the wall?
Yeah.
With his mustache hair.
With your mustache hair?
Oh, don't do this to me. No, the mustache is gone.
With the mustache hair. You
Swain
just
had
put
a
SOS.
mustache.
I found it in Mexico.
Just slapped it on.
Yeah, I did. Right on the street.
Really wanted to feel like part of
That's
the
why
people.
you got COVID.
Oh, that's fair. It was an
Your
infected stash.
fucking
Oh.
stash.
My
Cursed us.
dirty Sanchez. I think that's something different.
That is very much something different.
What's that?
A
What's
dirty Sanchez.
I believe that is when you... Austin, would you like to tell us what a dirty... I think I know what it is.
A dirty Sanchez is when, I believe, it's when you do anal, and then after you're done, when you have poopy dick, you wipe said dick on your partner's face
What is wrong with people?
To give them a mustache.
to give them a little mustache.
It's fashion.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone actually does these things.
Yeah.
Like, until Urban Dictionary writes them.
Mm.
And then you get like some drunk college kids who are like, I gotta do
I mean,
dirty
they must
Sanchez.
come from somewhere.
I think they come
It's
from
usually
a
the penis.
Yeah, guys are disgusting.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Gross. That's unfortunate.
You're
Yes,
telling me.
But yeah, that's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah, that's fair. It was I'm glad I did it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad I shaved it.
It was for science.
It was, and I think I learned that given the time and the will, I might actually someday grow facial hair. But it's been 30 years and maybe not yet.
30 years.
I'll try when I'm
Old
60.
ass.
You're 27, right?
Yeah, I'm 27. I like to round up because it's funnier.
Yeah, it's funny when you call yourself 30.
Yeah, it does hurt though every time.
30, flirty, and thriving.
Yeah.
30, flirty, and thriving. I love that movie.
13 going on 30.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that movie?
Oh my god, it's
Tell
a
me.
goddamn treat.
Ugh.
I've never
Jennifer
seen that movie.
Jennifer Garner at her finest. Is that Hilary Swank?
It's Jennifer Garner.
I believe it's Jennifer Gardner.
Hilary Swank at her finest. I can never tell them apart.
Wow.
All white ladies look the same. Can anyone tell
Also,
me?
Mark Ruffalo. Don't forget Mark Ruffalo.
Is he the leading man?
Yeah. Mark the Ruffalo.
Like, I should actually rewatch that. It's been a long time.
Yeah. You should.
Can anyone tell me the difference between a premise and a synopsis?
So I believe a premise is the basic idea of the story.
I think it's like a sentence.
Yeah, like a 2-sentence 1 to 2 sentence description of the movie, and then a synopsis is like a paragraph, right?
Yeah.
Is it kind of like a premise is what the movie's about, and a synopsis is what happens in the movie?
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to think about it.
Should we give that a Google? So the definition of synopsis is a brief summary or general survey of something.
Okay, brief summary, yeah.
The premise is the foundation of your story, that single core statement of what happens to the characters as a result of the actions of a story.
So it's the core of the story.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I think a 1 to 2 sentence statement.
Okay. Yeah, right on.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to work real hard to make me sound smart today.
I love my job. So in the shower today, I was thinking about, what is our film and how do we like boil it down into like a 1 to 2 sentence thing that we can tell people, hey, here's what we're making a film about.
I was really hoping you're gonna pull out a piece of paper, like a wet piece of paper.
Yeah, right.
It's just been in your pocket all day.
Yeah. An estranged son brings his new girlfriend to a dinner party with his secretive family, only to find out that it's his father's funeral.
I think that's really good. Should we write that down? Should we put that somewhere?
Haven't we said that before?
Yes, we've definitely said that in many ways, but I think it would be nice at some point to say, like, here is our like written premise and here is our like written synopsis. Here are the bones of our film that will always be.
I agree.
And so I thought that wording might work. It'll probably change from here on out, but I wanted to get that ball rolling.
That would be a great thing to give when we go on the Triple Falls podcast. Just have that at the ready.
Yes, that was my main motivation.
Yeah. Cool.
So do you guys want to fight?
Mentally, physically, sexually? How are you talking?
Verbally. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
I think this podcast is lacking some aggression. A little bit of fire, a little bit of passion.
You want some aggression, brother?
Bring it on. I feel like one of the main reasons we started this show was because we all, mostly Maddie and Austin, you guys would really get opinionated about whatever movie we'd just watched or something like that, and you'd really fucking get into it, and it was always very entertaining. And so I'm here to ring the bell, ding ding. I think we should have a debate.
All right, let's hear it.
Perfect.
What do you want us to debate?
Oh, I don't know. Does anyone have a fire in them right now?
How are you going to set that up? How are you going to set that up and not have a topic for us to debate?
Yeah.
What a blue ball moment you just gave us there, bud.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, why don't you bring a topic? Hey, I'm bringing the idea, the event. I'm starting the debate now with this argument.
I feel like
do you want us to just fight each other?
Yeah,
what do you want?
Chaos.
Maddie, take a cock out. Come on.
Well, I mean, I had a couple of ideas. I have a topic.
Let's hear it.
I'll fight both of you on it. The more that I've been thinking about it, I don't think I liked The Lighthouse.
Okay, why?
No, really hit me. Really bring it on.
Why, you fucking idiot?
Here's the thing, Swain. Here is the thing. This is something.
Yeah, he's like trying to work on himself.
Yeah. I'm trying to be a better person, and you're inspiring this previous anger that I would unleash against you for saying something so stupid and insane.
And
you
totally
didn't like
out
The
of
Lighthouse?
left field.
You didn't like The Lighthouse.
I don't think I did.
You're not fond of me lobster.
I don't think you keep your lobster away from me.
I seen it. You're fond of me lobster. You're fond of me lobster.
I think it was confusing and just generally off-putting.
I think you're just dumb, and I think it's meant to be off-putting.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Welcome to the jungles of Robert Eggers.
That's fair. I agree that it was meant to be off-putting, but I don't know. I felt like I didn't need to be there.
Why were you confused?
Because I felt like I didn't need to be there. It was like,
what do you mean
like
you didn't
they
need to
weren't
be there?
Telling a story.
They were telling a story about 2 men in isolation going nuts.
I feel like they weren't telling a story.
I just told you the story.
Yeah, that's the premise.
They're going kooky.
Do you need a synopsis? What do you need? Why do you not understand?
And also, it's bad luck to kill a seabird. And guess... Oh, wait. Oh, spoiler. We're going to... Spoilers, aren't we?
Okay, spoiler warning.
Okay, well, it came out in like 2019, so...
Yeah, if you haven't seen The Lighthouse yet, A24's and Robert
Eggers, I believe.
The Lighthouse. I don't know, man. I felt like it was too... I felt like its bizarreness, like its level of bizarrity and storytelling were out of whack for me. Like, there wasn't enough story to support the absurdity. And so I felt like, in ways, my time was wasted.
I feel like that's a little bit harsh to say your time was wasted. I will say that.
That's, yeah, okay.
Because I feel like when you were out of it, you enjoyed it. You were mind blown and you were taken aback. There was never a moment where I thought you were bored.
Yeah, I feel like you have all of this post-Lighthouse aggression that is like totally fabricated because you want to act like you don't like it.
You know what? But let me also say, I don't want to gaslight you. I don't want to say like you liked it, dude. Shut up.
I'm also just here to argue for the sake of arguing.
But like, if you genuinely do not like it, like that's okay. I'm very shocked. And like I want you to speak your truth. That's it.
And here's the thing, like what I'm trying to do is reflect on the way that I felt while I watched it.
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel, maybe on a rewatch I would change my mind, but I do feel like the absurdity of the film took me out of it more than it entertained me.
It like wasn't even that absurd of a movie though.
There was some absurd shit.
Like
I will admit. Like the siren that he saw.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's not like
the siren that he saw.
That's not fucking crazy. Like
no,
it's a horror movie.
No, it's
That's
not.
fair.
It's not crazy. Like it's not too crazy. I feel like it was.
Didn't you just say it was too crazy?
It's absurd.
It's too absurd.
Okay. What's define absurd?
For me, the distinction here is like you watch Sinister or you watch Hereditary, and it's like, holy shit, there's crazy things happening on screen. Like, I am gripped. Like, this is insane, over the top, holy shit. And then there's like The Lighthouse and The Lobster, where it's just like, this is just kind of weird.
Whoa. Pause. Back up.
What the hell is that?
We were only talking about The Lighthouse. Where did The Lobster come from?
I thought you loved The Lobster.
Lobster cinema. What are you doing? You can't just...
I'm lumping.
You can't just
I hated
throw
The
in...
Lobster.
You hated The Lobster?
I thought The Lobster sucked.
The Lobster was so good.
The Lobster sucks.
On a rewatch, I agree.
On a rewatch, The Lobster sucks.
Yes.
So the first time you watched it, you're like, this is great. Rewatch, you're like, this is terrible.
He like made me watch it, and he was like, this is going to be the best thing you've ever seen in your life. And I was like, this is fucking garbage.
How many times have you seen it?
Like 3 times.
And I hate Colin Farrell or whatever his fucking name is.
What? Colin Farrell?
He's so
You hate Colin
stupid
Farrell?
looking. Why does he look like that?
What do you mean he's stupid looking? He's a handsome gentleman.
No, he's not.
He's a handsome gentleman.
He looks like Will Forte got punched in the face.
By a god?
Forte?
Will Forte. What the fuck's his name?
I don't know.
Isn't that Will Forte?
He looks like Will Forte got punched in the face.
You mean Will Arnett?
I just don't like the way he looks. And I think he's gross, and I don't like watching him act.
Gross. That's fine. You know what? That's okay.
And I kind of feel like The Lobster exemplifies like my main problem with A24 as a studio.
Okay. What about what's your problem?
Just like what's your problem?
Let's unravel this. Let's open up the box
This
here.
has become, let's see if we can get Austin to break and be mean to us. He's like, no, I respect your opinion. I respect you. I respect it.
But what the fuck?
Let's see if we can get him to snap.
You guys won't be able to give me a snap.
Bet. I think 90% of A24 movies leave me blue balls.
That's fair.
And I think they are way too over pretentious.
That's also fair. I will recognize that A24 is very pretentious, or it's gotten to a level of pretentiousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very like artsy, and I understand. Yeah, some of it leaves it kind of blue ball. Like not everything needs to be that, but I do appreciate what they produce, and like.
I agree.
I think I'm usually satisfied with most endings that A24 produce because, like, I was already in it, not knowing where this was going for majority of their films. And if that's where it ended, that's where it ended.
That's fair. I do appreciate that they provide left field cinema at a high budget, if you know what I mean. Like, they're making weird shit.
Yeah, I like what they're trying to do. I just don't think they're doing it well.
Yeah, the emotion that I have through most A24 films is, oh boy, I can't wait for this to get good. Like, I get so excited in the first, like, 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm so pumped for where this is going. And
then it never gets good.
They just never get there.
It gets fantastic.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying.
It's really,
it sucks.
I want to love them.
Yeah.
And I do like what they do, and I like a lot of the things that they've put out, but it's just a heartbreaking pattern.
I will also throw this out as an argument. We had an A24 themed party, and Maddie was the winner of the costume contest.
It's true.
So maybe you like it a little bit more than you think you do.
I just wanted to dress as a satanic goat.
and you killed it. As a satanic goat.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
But I don't blame A24 for the Lighthouse entirely.
What do you blame for? I think you've totally made up that you didn't like the Lighthouse. I feel like you said you liked it after we watched it.
I wonder if I made that up. What is the truth?
Yeah, he's just a fucking liar, I guess.
Well, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you tell yourself that you liked a movie.
Would you watch it again?
I would, mainly to challenge my current perspective.
Yeah.
Like, it's always fun to go back and rewatch a movie and be like, does this stand up to my memory of it?
Can you turn back time?
So, I guess I won this debate.
I don't
know.
It felt more so like you were conflicted by your emotions and not necessarily you gave us any evidence whether or not the Lighthouse is good or bad.
Yeah, Maybe
I owe it a rewatch.
Are we going to talk about this fucking movie, or are we just going to keep proving that Swain doesn't know what he's talking about?
Oh,
I'm into either idea. So maybe next time we'll do another debate.
I'd be down for that. The room tone dome.
Oh, room tone Thunderdome.
There we go. Yeah, not room tone dome. It sounds like we're all giving head.
We're giving dome every Wednesday.
It's just us crying.
I want to be here. I wanted to be an actress.
I wanted to be here.
So what are we doing here?
We are going to be talking about the conversation that happens between Zoe, the girlfriend of our character David, and Nicole, the wife of our character Donnie, who is David's older brother. And it is happening in the kitchen, and they are going to get fucked.
Yeah.
We are planning to make them have sex. It's going to be great.
Yes, it is that kind of movie.
This is the second round of interactions, and this one will be with Zoe and Nicole.
Yeah.
Which you literally just said. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me, Maddie. How about that?
This is one we've talked a lot about for a while, because it's like Nicole is such a fucking weirdo.
She is.
And Zoe is like just this sweet little thing. Do you disagree?
I just don't like that you said little.
Oh, I feel like she's so small in my head.
Sweet little thing. That
She's
just
just a sweet.
Gross.
Oh gosh, I don't want to just say thing. Who's just this
sweet big thing.
Sweet big ass. Just a sweet big bitch.
This sweet medium thing. Just so medium. So great.
So normal sized and naive. And I'm excited.
So is this when we were going to do the boob thing?
Yes.
Okay. How are we feeling about the boob thing? Are we still doing a boob thing?
I think we still can.
Yeah.
If we want it.
Is it funny?
I feel like the scene I'm thinking about with like Nicole taking off her shirt or whatever, when she like spills something on her shirt, I think it would be funny with or without like a bra.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But like the fact that she feels so comfortable, ready to take off her shirt, I think that's a joke in itself.
Right.
I think that's funny.
I think it adds to her character.
Yeah.
Like it makes her feel very disconnected.
Yeah.
Like,
and very crazy.
Yeah, totally. So like I like the image of like her just like whipping off a sweater.
Yeah.
Like breasts fall and she's just at the sink like scrubbing at it and just eyes locked on Zoe, like mouth, like big smile on, just like not a fucking care in the world.
Yeah.
Enough for Zoe to just like in her own mind be like, what the fuck is going on?
Uh-huh.
Like, I think I just want Zoe to say that as much as possible. Which I guess, so I'll throw out the idea that I had today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll work, but maybe it'll kind of spark another idea.
Yeah.
So we've built up this mystery of how did Ronnie die? Nobody really knows what happened, kind of a mysterious death. But as we get to know Nicole more and more through the story, we learn that she's got kind of a dark side. She is attempting to kill her husband, who's one of the brothers in this family, and she incidentally killed Ronnie, and she ends up confessing all of this to Zoe. One idea that I had today was, what if like throughout her like drawn out, crazed, psychotic confession, Zoe just starts to get like distracted and like doe-eyed and stops listening. So it's like Nicole goes on this big ramble. Oh my God, I could just freaking strangle Donnie. And and the potatoes. I dropped it into the potatoes and Ronnie just had to have the bowl of potatoes. And then bam, down he went. And I guess I just killed the father of the family. And now here we are all here for the party. And just like after this whole thing, we just kind of come back to Zoe like, sorry, I didn't catch that. You have something on your shirt.
Yeah, she was just disassociated.
Yeah, like she didn't catch
full on Walter White.
Yeah, I just didn't catch any of it. And like, oh, sorry, I was distracted by.
It has to be mustard now. There has to be an homage to Breaking Bad.
There's mustard on your shirt. And maybe that could lead into Nicole then taking off her shirt.
So maybe instead of doing like the boob shot that we initially kind of had planned, we cut from David and Carol, we cut to Zoe, just as like a straight on, let's say.
Yeah.
And Nicole talking at her, but she's not listening, and it's kind of like muffled in the background, so like the audience can hear it and knows what she's saying, but you can tell that Zoe's not paying attention.
Yeah.
And then she does like the, sorry, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then somehow that starts like the, you have mustard on your shirt.
Right.
Maybe,
I could see that.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah.
I could also see like the stain dropping down as she's like,
yeah, if she's
cooking.
like getting maniacal.
I actually think that's what like triggers her. I think that could be the trigger. So I think, just imagine this, right? Zoe and Nicole are just in the kitchen, Nicole is making a sauce, and she brings the wooden ladle up to her mouth to take a sip of it, and slow motion shot of just like a drip. Think of Spider-Man from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man when he's hanging on the ceiling and that drip of blood from his arm drops down onto the floor. Think of that, but like on her sweater.
Yeah.
Right. And then like, doom. And then, Nicole is talking, whatever. And then Zoe interrupts and says, "Oh, you got a stain on your sweater." And you just hear like the silence of Nicole, like she was just a chatty Cathy like a second ago, but then all of a sudden just the room fills with silence. She looks down at her sweater. Oh no. No. It's okay. I'm just clumsy sometimes. I'm clumsy. It's all right though. I just need to wash it. I'm just need to wash it. But no, hold on. But the sauce needs to be stirred.
Just trying to keep herself together.
I just don't understand why I have to be the only one here cooking, doing anything. I mean, Jesus Christ, even David's girlfriend has to do the cooking. No, not the family, heaven forbid. And just kind of go on to a tangent like that. And then that's kind of, and I don't think she should just straight up admit that, like, oh, I killed Ronnie. I think it should just be peppered in there, like hot, like strongly assumed. It's the implication.
I
don't think she should say it either.
What if she, that's fine, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
What if she just kind of starts to imply, like, oh, maybe I'm glad Ronnie's dead. Like, maybe this was all for the best.
Yeah.
Like, who could blame me? Or like strongly imply.
Yeah.
I'm okay with her not admitting to it, but I do want to lay down a thick enough trail of breadcrumbs.
Oh, God,
yeah. The audience needs to know.
We're going to be laying pipe like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
The only issue that I have with that scenario is how does it end then? Like, how does that scene fizzle out if she just keeps getting more worked up?
It ends with her taking off her shirt and washing it in the sink, and then her looking at Zoe and then asking them a question, and it can be either cut to the dinner table, or it could be where Donnie comes in and says, like, oh, hey, ladies.
I mean, that's a pretty short thing.
He's Paul Bunyan, I guess. Yeah, because, like, that's the, I mean, what are we really getting out of this, like, particular...
The confession.
Is the confession. And if we can get that out in like, an organic way, but, like, also kind of, like, really highlight Nicole's crazy, I think we don't have to make it super long.
It would be funny too to like cut away from that while she's like still talking.
Yeah.
I agree.
That would be funny.
Yeah. I think it would be a lot of fun if, okay, and like confession might be a strong word, but I'm going to keep using it because it's easiest. I think it could be fun if the confession happens while she's scrubbing the shirt. So it's like she like amps up, like, oh, gotta get this clean, like whips off the sweater, goes into like that full on like fervor, and continues on to like, oh, maybe I'm just glad that Ronnie's gone, you know, whatever it is. Like, I think that that's a very like psychotic image.
Yeah.
And it'd be fun too, like she's rambling. We cut to like a reverse shot of Zoe just wide eyed taking it in. And I think, we like continue into Nicole's rambling and to the point where we cut away.
I could see that.
I think the main purpose of like this scene, Lonnie and Johnny, the aunt and the nephew getting high in the garage, and David and Carol, the brother and the mother, out on the front porch smoking a cigarette. I think the main purpose of these conversations is to like amp up the energy towards dinner.
Yep.
And so, and then this one particularly, this scene, I think the main purpose is the confession on top of that.
Yeah.
So as much as we can just kind of like get the energy going and get like that plot point out, I think is really all we need.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, there's really no, the script is already a little longer than we expected. So I don't know if there's any reason to pad the runtime here.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say we have tried to do that like slow-mo dripping shot and it totally sucked.
Yeah.
So
it's our signature.
It's a really hard shot.
It is a hard shot.
Ugly. Like it either looks perfect or it looks like shit.
Yeah.
So if we want to dedicate our lives to getting that stupid fucking shot again, count me out. I hate getting that shot.
Maybe it doesn't need. We draw attention to the drip somehow. Maybe it's not that shot.
We could also CGI it.
I had
that
thought.
That would probably be easier, honestly.
It might be. I think that's how Sam Raimi did it.
No, I'm not doing anything how Sam Raimi did it. Sam Raimi sucks. I'm not a fan of Sam Raimi.
Hurtful? No.
But I like the energy of this. And, you know, maybe it doesn't need to be more than that. You know, it's just a couple of ladies making dinner and getting weirded out.
Yes. Do we have any other ideas, or do we want to talk about what we're going to be talking about next? The big kahuna, our Moby Dick.
Oh, baby. There's going to be so much Moby in the next episode.
Yep. Because we will be revisiting the dinner scene.
I think this is going to be one of our biggest forays into the dinner scene. This is it is a section of the film that we've probably talked the least about.
Yep.
Which is, the family coming together and all of this tension that we've been building comes to a head. And we get to reveal, probably, don't laugh at me.
I hate that term.
Comes to a head.
Yeah.
It's very pimply.
It's so gross.
Comes to head.
I'd rather have that.
It always comes to head.
Comes from head.
And it'll be exciting because it's where we get to like really dive into like the ceremonious aspects of this fucking weirdo cult.
Yes, especially because we added a new event.
Yes, we do.
The lighters.
Let's get lit.
Let's get lit
On Room Tone.
Was that the end?
Was that supposed to be the end?
Yeah.
Pause for room tone. We've been doing this for 32 weeks, buddy.
For the room tone.
And pause for Room Tone.